Hey church, I'm Ashlay
And I'm Angeline.
and we're here to share a wonderful testimony of how God redeemed us during this fast. It all began when we got married back in August, and it was a wonderful testimony of how God provided us and He sustained us and showed favor upon us. But right after marriage, when we moved back into our house, on the third day, we started getting sick with a high fever that kept recurring for the next 3 months.
The church series at the time was Tear Down the Altars, and because of the sickness, we could not make it for week 1. But we did make it for week 2, where the preach was about taking territory. And Pastor Praveen had said this one line during the preach, which goes like, "The giants were the distraction, while the altar was the actual mission." And I really felt convicted during that line, and God revealed it to me that there were things in our house that really needed to be taken out and toned down because it was acting as a foothold for the enemy at that time.
So we obeyed. We took down every idols, broke down everything that seemed suspicious. And the sickness started easing up for a week, but then it came back twice as strong. It really began to frustrate us. It heavily affected our business and our personal lives. So we prayed for strength, cleaned up everything, but still the sickness kept on coming back. So one such Sunday, we shared everything to Pastor Praveen.
It was revealed to Pastor Praveen that we had crossed many obstacles in our business, but that we were standing facing the final hill and that the promised land was on the other side of it. And it was then that night that I had a vision where I saw Jesus, and Jesus was standing right outside our home, and he told me, "Hey, my presence is with you. But in order for the fullness of my glory to enter your home, you have to remove one such object from your house."
So we went around searching the entire night. We were determined that we are not going to sleep before we find this object, cast it out. It was about 5 a.m. when I was setting up my desk, and I found this funny little thing in the drawer. My initial response was laughter, because we found a crystal and it was hiding in plain sight when we went 3 weeks searching high and low through the entire house, finding this object, but while it was hidden in plain sight. My brother had gone on a trip with his friends to Mahabalipuram, and there he found it next to a cave, and it looked pretty, so he brought it as a souvenir. But that was the object God told us to cast out.
So right after we found this object, we decided to throw it away at the end of our street in a bin. And when we returned, we immediately anointed our house, and instantly we felt the fullness of His peace and His presence enter. It was so overwhelming that I don't think words could do justice to describe it.
And in the last 2 weeks of the fast, we saw our health improve and our business started flourishing, and favor came from all directions.
Felt like we had crossed over that hill and we had reached the promised land. So today here we stand really grateful in His faithfulness and healthy in His protection.
Yeah, our God is faithful in every generation.